If you're on a GLP-1 like Mounjaro and you have type 2 diabetes, this update might make you breathe a little bit easier.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.
Hey guys, welcome back to Slow and Steady with Andy. Of course, I'm Andy. If you are new here, I am a type 2 diabetic. I was diagnosed in May of this year, like 1 week after hitting my 50th birthday. So that was a great birthday present. And I started Mounjaro a month later. So I started Mounjaro beginning of June to treat my type 2 diabetes and hopefully lose weight. So far, I am 28 pounds down, and I am very, very happy about that. The weight loss has been slow and definitely steady. I'm living up to this channel name for sure, but according to my doctor, that is the way she would prefer that I lose the weight, is slow and steady. So for this week's video, I just want to update you on how week 4 being on the 7.5 milligram Mounjaro has went. And I have to say, I am reporting to you that it was another great week. I'm feeling just very hopeful and encouraged that I will be able to stay on the 7.5 milligram for a while. All right, so let's talk about some of the wins this week. I weighed in the morning after Thanksgiving and was down a pound from what I weighed in on Thanksgiving morning, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Now, the weight now dropping the pound, I didn't go lower than my lowest weight since starting GLP-1, but it was still just amazing to me that I could step on a scale the morning after, Thanksgiving and be down in weight, because that's definitely, I mean, come on, that's definitely kind of unusual, because usually when you have your traditional Thanksgiving meal, it's like loaded with salt everywhere, and so your body just naturally is retaining water. um, so I'm feeling very good about that. I'm feeling proud of myself that I didn't like gain weight. I must have done something right on Thanksgiving, and I I felt like I had a very good Thanksgiving. All my Thanksgiving desires, as far as the things I love to eat on Thanksgiving, were fulfilled. They were just done, they were just fulfilled responsibly, keeping in mind that this is a new lifestyle. I'm not on a diet, I am on a life change. So, as long as I'm keeping things balanced, I can enjoy things once in a while, basically. Um, so that was definitely a win. And also, what I think is a win is that food noise is still beautifully silent, and the appetite suppression is still lasting all the way through to the next injection day, which is definitely a big deal to me, because I noticed pretty quickly on the 5 milligram Manjaro that I was losing the appetite suppression within like 2, 3 days of taking the injection. So I really, really hope that this maintains while being on the 7.5 for a while, so I don't have to keep moving up a dose. So another huge win this week is I had my yearly physical with my PCP, and they checked my A1C, and my A1C was 5.2. 5.2, you guys. At its highest, it was 7.8 or 7.9. So it is just it so it just feels so good that I am back in the normal range of A1C. And it doesn't mean that I'm no longer type 2 diabetic just because I'm out of the diabetic range. It just means that this is maintained, and Manjaro is definitely working and doing what it's supposed to do. And I'm also 28 pounds down. So even though it is slow and steady, it is working. So I am just so happy. And I tell myself this probably every day that I'm so happy I decided to give this medication a chance. So, something I did observe this week was that I was feeling a little more fatigued than usual. And what I think happened is that because I did have, Thanksgiving food like stuffing and mashed potatoes all at one time, um, that it's just a little more carbs than I usually have. I am not on a low carb diet. I will never ever follow one of those low carb crazy trendy diets again. I follow a diabetic friendly way of eating, which is a diabetic plate way of eating. So I am allowed to have carbs. My dietitian actually encourages that I have between 100 and 150 grams of carbs a day. And technically, that is low carb. But if you know what I'm talking about, there's the trendy, if you know what I'm talking about when I say the trendy low carb diets, where they're telling you should be having 20 grams or less carbs a day. We're not doing that. Around here, this girl here, I'm eating apples. I'm eating a banana if I want to. I'm eating whole wheat bread if I want to. Um, I'm eating a piece of chocolate if I want to. Carbs are not the enemy. The enemy is overindulging on any of those given things. And of course, I just want to throw in there now that I am not a medical professional. You should always talk to your doctor. If your doctor has you on a type of plan where you're on lower carbs for whatever reason, then certainly, follow what your doctor recommends. This is just me sharing my experience, what's happened on my journey, and I did the low carb, extreme low carb thing for many years, and it worked for a very little bit, and then ultimately it destroyed my metabolism and plunged me into being a type 2 diabetic. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. For me, mentally, not restricting myself, not telling myself I can't have anything, that there are bad things, is helping me to stay on track. It's helping me not to be overthinking about that thing I can't have, to the point where when I finally combust, I go crazy on that one thing. Um, that is what's working for me. So I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about something I've been struggling with, just to share it with you. It's just really, really bothering me, and it's the whole apron belly thing. I carry most of my weight in the belly, which is pretty common for somebody who is a type 2 diabetic. And for one, it's like the last place I ever lose weight. For two, in going through the phases where I've lost weight and then gained weight and lost weight and gained weight, I now have like that belly hang that just, it's so uncomfortable. And I can feel like, I'm sure I probably have lost some weight in my belly, and I can tell that it's starting to hang a little bit more. And it's so uncomfortable. The way I dress, I wear clothes that hide that. So it's not visually that it's bothering me, but I'm finding that I'm so uncomfortable sitting at my desk all day trying to work. I would like to just be able to sit in my chair with my legs like placed in front of me. But because of the way my belly sits and puts pressure, I've noticed, like, I'll be sitting there, and then before I know it, I'm like, I'm so uncomfortable. Why am I uncomfortable? Oh, because like my legs are split open from my stomach putting pressure down. So then I like grab onto my underwear and hoist up, like literally hoist up the belly to get it back sitting on top of my legs so I can put my legs back together, and just sucks. It sucks. And I just want that weight to come off. And I'm starting to worry that what happens when I do lose all that weight. And yes, it'll be like lighter, I guess. I hope it'll be lighter, and flatter, but there's still going to be an apron belly there. I just hope that I just hope that when it's lighter, it's not going to put that weight down to where, okay, I can put a girdle on or something and squeeze it all in, the Spanx or whatever it is, and that I'll be able to sit normally. It's just really, I don't know. I feel like that, of all the places where I need to lose weight, that is just the slowest. And I'm sure a lot of you can identify, comment down below if you understand the apron belly struggle, or, just that kind of discouraging feeling sometimes when you are losing weight, but you aren't losing it in the belly. And I'm ready. I'm ready for that to just really start melting away and disappearing. But, slow and steady, slow and steady. I have to keep just telling myself that I have a lot of wins that have happened. 28 pounds, I'm close to 29 pounds. I'm hoping to hit that with this week's injection. So, week 5 injection. And usually I show myself taking the injection in these update videos, but I'm actually filming this update the day after I took my injection. So today is Friday, and I am sorry too if I sound a little crazy, because I feel a little crazy. Look, my hair's like a little crazy. I've been up since 4:30 a.m. Today is Bath and Body Works Candle Day sale. So I met my sister at Bath and Body Works at 5:30 in the morning because they open their doors at 6 in the morning. And yeah, so we did some candle buying and went to breakfast. And when I parked my car at the restaurant, my shift would not go into park. It was stuck in drive. I had to hoist up the emergency brake and turn off the car. And so, yeah, my car is still parked at the restaurant, waiting for hubby to get home to, I guess, get it towed or fix it or something. It was I'm tired. It's been a morning. I also yesterday had to bring Rocket to an emergency vet visit because there's something going on. I don't know. Um he's not eating like usual, and I was concerned that maybe he was constipated. There's just something. There's something going on, but all the tests I trust me, $550 later in x-rays and blood work and, getting checked. Um, the vet called me this morning and said everything came back beautiful. Everything is fine. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let me know if you guys have cats and you ever experience them just going into a funk, I guess. I don't know, but I'm tired because that was very emotionally nerve-wracking, waiting to hear how he's doing. He's my baby. He's not even 3 years old yet. He is our little baby. So yeah. See, here I am. I'm like on lack of sleep, and now I'm rambling on talking about everything, all the things. Yes. Another thing that's been like wearing on my mind is I was asked to sing at my pastor's daughter's wedding. And well, a great honor, but I'm a little bit scared, guys. I'm a little bit scared. There's going to be a lot of people there, and I sing in church every week as part of the praise team, but I feel like there's going to be a lot more people at this wedding. So I am just having all those like nightmares where it's like, oh, am I going to forget the words? Am I going to lose my voice? Laryngitis. Yes. So hopefully that goes out well. I do want to tell you that in next week's video, I'm going to tell you about the dress that I'm wearing to this wedding. And it's a very special dress. I've had the dress since 2016, and I hopefully will be just trying it on for you so you guys can see that I have not been able to wear this dress since 2016. And I'm really excited. Um, it's a beautiful dress. It's a beautiful red dress, and I have hung on to it because I told myself I will wear this dress again. It's beautiful. So, yeah, that's going to be coming up next week. And you guys, I would really love to hear from you. If you are also on a GLP-1, share with me some of what you are going through, some of your wins this week, some of your struggles. If you have any tips to share with me, I would love to hear it. If you are a slow responder, give me a turtle down below. And I hope that I have hit all the points that I wanted to touch on today in this update. Your girl truly is feeling tired. I really should get a nap in. I want to get some face painting practice in. I started a little bit, as if you can see it there, some Christmas designs. I love doing it. It's really relaxing to me. It's a hobby, but it is officially a small business that I started for a side hustle. Hopefully, that'll be a growing business. But of course, yeah, I'm going off track again. So I just better end this video now while I'm ahead. So until next time, friends, take care of your blood sugars, take care of your heart, and take care of you. And remember, slow and steady wins every time.
Seen a lot of
Bye.
change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.